Morning, fashioning my Chicago Bulls beanie that I got in the late '90s. In the '90s, I still have it. Still have it. Isn't that crazy? All these years, will have something. That's how you know it's quality. It stays together. Doesn't get old. I've had this thing forever. It's still good. It's still good. It looks brand newer than my hoodie. My hoodie's newer than this. Look how good. To be honest, this beanie was tucked away, hidden in a drawer for like over a decade. I found it, and it's like nice. It's like really nice now. Chicago Bulls is the only team that I will root for. But I haven't watched basketball in over a decade, so probably not. I don't watch a lot of sports. I don't entertain my sports. I entertain myself with video games and other things, books and movies. Choose your poison, right? Choose your entertainment. Anyways, I'm going live. I'm going live a little bit earlier than I usually do. Typically, I go live around 2 a.m. or so, but this time around, I'm gonna go about now, just because I'm awake. I never know when I'm gonna be really awake, really asleep. I'm wide awake now. I'm not gonna lie. I'm a little. I feel like I could use a pick me up. We'll see how this. Smoking the marijuanas. Thanks for joining me on this YouTube channel. This beautiful night. Stars are out. It's Tulsa, Oklahoma. It is a bit chilly out. Not my favorite kind of weather. Although, put on a jacket and it ain't too bad. But we're going to continue reading this book tonight. Around, I don't know, at some point we're going to start finishing chapter 6. We are on chapter 6, page 149, and we have chapter 7 left to do. We're talking about 24 pages left. Look. So, what up, YouTube? Anybody out there? Anybody out there alive? Safe? Look how creepy that light looks. It's pretty intense. Looks like a weird alien light. Oh, Santo Maria Madre de Dios, venga por Antonio Santa Mana. That's what it looks like. It's like a little crazy divine light coming down. Whoa. What's going on? Alright, let's calm down, people. Like I said, tonight I'm reading the book. I'm finishing this book tonight. Activate 7 masculine powers to arouse your woman's love and desires. 7 archetypes, 7 masculine powers. The first one is the artist, which can seize the 3 essential aspects of a woman that makes the artist archetype unique. The artist sees the inner beauty of a woman, the unique beauty of a woman, and the feminine essence of a woman. That's what the artist sees. Now the poet sees all of that, and what the poet does is he chooses the woman he wants to spend his time with based on those 3 essential qualities. And not only does he choose the woman that he wants to spend time with those 3 essential qualities, when he basically verbalizes it and communicates that, and also celebrates her for that, and also invites her to, become part of something greater. That's what the poet does, really. Then there's the third archetype, which is the director. The director is essentially a trustworthy masculine direction that can exist in a woman's life. The director gives trustworthy direction for growth and whatnot. There's the what else we talked about? We talked about the warrior. I believe that's the fourth archetype in the book. The warrior is the archetype of the warrior of the heart. You know, somebody who stands for what's right. Is when you break it down, the warrior is like the hero. He's the good guy. He saves the day. You know, he's on time. He's strong. You know, you can rely on that person. You know, to come in on time, save the day. You know, that kind of thing. But he's not a soldier. Don't to confuse the warrior with the soldier, because the soldier just operates a job, does his duty. A warrior is somebody who also thinks for himself because he's got a heart and for what he believes in. Let's see. That's the fifth archetype is what are we reading? What are we reading? What are we reading? The sage. The sage. The fifth archetype is the sage. And the sage is the archetype that is the most like trustworthy person you could ever meet. Trustworthy in the sense that they really want what's good for you, and that even if you end up splitting, it's okay because you truly love that person. Because you love that person, you're willing to let him go as well. That's what the sage is, right? It's a different kind of there's a kind of different trust there, I guess, for women with the sage. And then there's the one we're currently reading, which is archetype of the Dark Knight. The Dark Knight is the archetype that basically I'm still in the chapter. Uh, so it's hard to really pinpoint what the Dark Knight is. Dark Knight is a dangerous man, but we'll get into why he's a dangerous man and why women find the Dark Knight the lover. Um, but the Dark Knight, we're getting into it. Something about living at your edge. The Dark Knight. The Dark Knight pursues his goal in life without without any what do you call it, apology really or excuses. He's the guy who's pursuing his goals and his careers, and women find that irresistible, I guess. I mean, it's a masculine power to be there, to be really following your career path, really out of the park, doing a good job at that. That's part of the Dark Knight. Living on your edge. Living on the edge means you're there pursuing your goals and dreams and doing all that stuff. That's what living on your edge is. Living on the edge. Like you're there doing it, and afraid. You're not. Uh, and also, it's about recognizing that you're free no matter where you are in the world. Here's something I made a note of, which I really liked. Embracing freedom is about recognizing that you are already free. You're a creator. You have the power to think and feel in ways that bring those positive thoughts and feelings, and the actions that follow can create a satisfying life. Himself, you know, everything's done. Dark Knight is also seductive, very seductive, in that you can just go in and he just wants what he wants and he gets what he gets. But let's here's some of the things we're going to read here. It says, recognizing the freedom you really want. The third opportunity, welcome danger and death. Why women love dangerous men. Practice, making friends with death. The dark side of the Dark Knight. Let's see what else we got in here. And that's about it. So, how many pages we got? Uh-oh, I just lose my spot. So we got 1, 2, 3, 6, 12 pages initially to 5, or I'm sorry, chapter 6 about the Dark Knight, and then we get into chapter 7, which is the last chapter, the lover, and then who knows, we can tonight. Who knows? It is midnight here in Tulsa, Oklahoma. I would get started reading at 2 a.m. So I don't know if I should wait a little bit longer or should I start reading right now? What should I do? Should I just wait a little bit longer? I just keep telling people, hey, make sure you tune in at 2. I'll just remind people. Tonight, I'm gonna do a little short. Create a little short while we're live. Because apparently we can do that. Isn't that cool? So I got 4 views on my short. And I have 2 people watching. Thanks for being here. I really appreciate it. We're going to do a short. We're going to say, hey, people, we're going to be reading this book. But look, I'm doing a short while I'm live. And you guys can see it. It's really funny. All right, people, we're going to be reading chapter 6 tonight at 2 a.m. or possibly 1 a.m. This book is called Open Her. It's about the 7 masculine words. It's good stuff. Tonight, 2 a.m. Join us. We're going to be finishing chapter 6 at 1 a.m. This book is called Open Her. Hours. Now, a little description here and say, hey, join us in an hour, p.m. tonight, Tulsa time. Tulsa time. Anybody in Tulsa right now? Let me come out and hang out. So, somebody once said they were like, today, I think my neighbor, and then somebody else commented, hey, I think you're the guy just come in the store and you buy your stuff for me. Tulsa time. See you there, or be square. Let's finish chapter 6 of Open Her. See you later. Oh, I'm out of. You only get 99. 100 letterings for the title. Okay. Upload short. And we're good. It is midnight. Cinderella is home probably, or running late and getting into the maid. Doing into from the princess to the maid. Going home. It's midnight. It's 4 minutes. This is where all the trouble begins. This is where all the genius stuff happens. So how's everybody doing? We're doing good? We got an hour to kill. At least an hour. So let's talk about whatever it is we want to talk about. We're here. We exist. We're where we are right now. I was reading my horoscope. We're doing a tarot card read. And it was saying that I was going to be a millionaire. It was saying that I was going to work with somebody famous. It was saying that the love of life is coming. So, man, all good stuff. All good stuff. It's also saying Nostradamus. He said Scorpio, this is Scorpio's time. So we'll see how it goes. Any other Scorpios out there? It's your time to shine. We'll see which of the Scorpios will shine the best and the most. Leonardo DiCaprio is a Scorpio. He's probably going to shine the best and the most, like he always does. Joe actually got to work with Leonardo DiCaprio. That's right. I was on set with Leo. On Killers of the Flower Moon. And Robert De Niro, Martin Scorsese, and everybody else. It was pretty cool. It was one of my top 10 experiences being on that set, Killers of the Flower Moon. It was not the position I wanted, but hey, you know, you get what you get. You play parts, you do your thing, you know, it's okay. Awesome experience. Man, I miss those days though, of being on films and film sets. I might have to go back and work my way in again and just see if I can do a good job at that. I've always worked as a production assistant, and when I worked on Killers of Flower Moon, I was working as a COVID PA. I was just one of those production assistants that went around and made sure everybody had their mask on. I was wearing a stupid blue vest, everybody could see me. It was really annoying. And I had to stay in my area. I was told where to go to be like a COVID police officer for the crew. It was really cool. I wasn't like Nazi about it. I was actually everybody knew not to put their mask down. If they did, if they had it down a bit, I wouldn't say anything, man. You know what I'm saying? Like it's inhumane at the end of the day. It's just inhumane. So, some people when they're alone and they had their mask down, I'd be like, okay, it's whatever, dude. Go ahead and breathe. I'm not trying to kill you. Why these policies exist. I'm not trying to really enforce them. I was probably the worst COVID PA as far as that goes. The best at being on time. I was always there first on time on set. I was like almost last to go. Um, make sure everybody got tested. That was pretty much where the seriousness came in of like really making sure everybody got tested. It was like I think it was like once every other day. Then you had to get tested again while on set, depending how long you've been on set. It's crazy. It's crazy everything, all the COVID stuff that we had to go through. Even during lunch, we had to like set up dividers, these like see-through dividers to keep everybody separated in these little tiny cubicles, like see-through cubicles for lunch because we couldn't sit next to each other like normal human beings. We had to be separated and have these little see-through. But it was bad. Like pop up. It's insane. These huge, enormous, like RV type pop up office buildings. There was anything like that. It was these ginormous. You know what they look like? They look semi trains that like up to create a building. Essentially, they're like, or they pop out and they create a building. So that's what those were, and they had like 3 or 4 of those for for lunch, just for lunch. It's crazy out in the middle of nowhere. And then there was, of course, there was tons of all kinds of stuff, man, all kinds of stuff. I wish that's one of those things where you were allowed to do behind the scenes documentary. Can you imagine doing behind the scenes documentary of Killers of Flower Moon, just going around the camera and asking people what they do and who they are? Man, I could have had a whole documentary on like behind the scenes Killers of Flower Moon. You know, maybe I should do that for go like, hey, I do behind the scenes projects on film sets. I have experience on film sets, so I know how to stay out of your way. I should do that. I should propose that idea to film set. It's really great for the crew because it's true. The crew loves that stuff. They love those behind the scenes where they can go back, look back, and have it as a remembrance. But also the people love it. The people who are like really into movies, they love seeing behind the scenes stuff and all that kind of stuff. So it's not a bad niche to be in. So that's what I've been thinking about. Plus, you kind of have a freedom to just